Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Today we ring in 2017 with the East Brunswick Township Council reorganization meeting, as newly elected mayor Dr. Brad Cohn was sworn in, along with new councilman Sterling Stanley and the re-elected councilman Dr. Michael Spadafino. Then we have a business spotlight as Mayor McAvoy cuts the ribbon at View a Miracle on Cranberry Road in Mayor McAvoy's last business spotlight as mayor. We welcome Atka the amazing Eskie to the library as she performs tricks for a packed house of children and adults. All this, plus we visit the East Brunswick Community Arts Center, where a town talk was held dealing with substance abuse prevention and awareness as the community comes together to share information about a growing problem throughout the country. And finally, we head back to the library where an introduction to podcasting talk and workshop was held. So stay with us. This Week in East Brunswick starts now. The East Brunswick Township reorganization meeting was held on January 1st at a packed house at the East Brunswick Public Library. Congresswoman Bonnie Watson-Coleman was on hand to swear in newly elected Mayor Dr. Brad Cohn, while Assemblywoman Nancy Pinkin swore in the re-elected Councilman Dr. Michael Spadafino and the newly elected Councilman Sterling Stanley. The meeting also saw the nominations of Councilman Mike Hughes and Jim Wendell to continue to serve as Council President and Vice President, respectively.
Most importantly, I need to thank the residents of East Brunswick, those that voted for me, those that didn't vote for me, those that didn't vote, those that couldn't vote. We are one town today. Speaking of that town, East Brunswick has a very rich history, and in many ways it mirrors the history of our great nation. We have always been a hardworking, educated, and enterprising people. We have had our challenges, but we've always emerged stronger. We've had to show our resilience and resolve not only during bad economic times, but more importantly in how we recover from those times and reinvent ourselves to make sure that we create a great township and a community. So we need to reinvent ourselves once again and adapt to this new world, and I'm certain that we will do that. With strong leadership, with clear vision, and a motivated, dedicated community that we are, we will prevail. We owe that to those people who came before us. We owe that to those of you that are in this room right now. But most importantly, we owe that to the next generation of East Brunswick residents. We need to play it forward and make sure that we hand them a town that is better than the way we found it.
I am honored that the residents of East Brunswick have supported me to continue to be part of their representation on council. Today, the beginning of a new year, is the beginning of service for Mayor Brad Cohn and Councilman Sterling Stanley. For me, I hope it is a continuation of a nonpartisan effort on behalf of the East Brunswick residents with Jim Wendell, Camille Clark, and Mike Hughes. I wish you all a healthy and happy 2017. Thank you.
No matter what your political views, religious beliefs, personal affiliations, I promise to faithfully represent your interests and to spread the sentiment that we must be united and we must make an effort to understand one another because the greatness of East Brunswick lies in its diversity and culture. Since this campaign began, we have been promising our accountability, and we stand by that promise. We will do everything in our power to improve East Brunswick in the ways that you want, and we're eager to move forward with you. The end of this journey to become a councilman marks the beginning of a new journey, one that I'm infinitely more excited about. I invite all of you to join me in this new journey as we all move forward to make East Brunswick the best that it can be for us now and for future generations to come. I look forward to working with all my fellow council members to put aside party politics and strive to make decisions that will benefit the residents of East Brunswick. Finally, be rest assured that your voice will be heard. Your concerns are our concerns, and we are here for you. It is with great pride and honor that I take office as your councilman, and thank you all again so much.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another Business Spotlight in which we are here in East Brunswick on Cranberry Road doing another ribbon cutting for another progressive, dynamic, exciting business organization that tends to the needs of many people in our community and in the greater community. We're here at View a Miracle in East Brunswick, and it is truly a miracle to be here, and I am honored and it's my pleasure to be here sharing this moment with you. So Kayla, why don't you tell our audience a little bit about the whole process of creating this business right here in East Brunswick?
12 years ago, I opened up View a Miracle, and we moved into this community in March of this year. And we allow mommies to be and daddies and grandparents, families, and friends to come and see their unborn baby before he or she is born. It gives them the opportunity to bond with the baby before the baby's actually here, and it's a great way to make a memory and for everybody to be involved in the whole family. I got into ultrasound 25 years ago when I had my daughter, and I did the 3D ultrasound on my grandson. And at that point, I realized that there was a need for this, and I felt like it was a great way to expand my vision into allowing parents to see their baby as well.
And Dr. Friedman, this vision that Kayla talks about, this is paramount to our entire wellness program in town, wouldn't you say?
It's a great fit, Mayor McAvoy. I know Kayla for quite a while. I remember when she was located in North Brunswick. I've referred people over to her for her services. She is an expert ultrasonographer. She uses state-of-the-art technology, and she offers people the ability not only to be able to see their baby and connect better and have their family sharing it, she also gives the baby the ability to see where they came from when they get older, and they can really start to appreciate the whole process of life itself. And with the services that I provide as a chiropractor, most pregnant people can't take drugs for the aches and pains that they may experience as their body's going through these changes. And babies benefit most from having a healthier nervous system right from the start because of the problems that can occur during the birth process to the spine. So we see a way to be able to help people together by sharing the information that we have with the people that we serve in our community.
Kayla, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about the specific services that you provide?
We actually have started doing medical scans, so you can come in as early as 6 weeks if you just want to see the baby's heartbeat and just to make sure everything is okay as early as 6 weeks. We recommend 12 weeks for the genders because that's the earliest that I can possibly do it. But you can come in every month. You can come in every couple of weeks. We have some women that just want to see their baby and make sure that everything is okay. And we're able to provide that at a very reasonable price. So it's very affordable here. You can come up until 40 weeks. I've had ladies come, their due date is like today, and they're coming to see their baby because they just want to be able to see what's going on. We also have opened up Loving My Pregnancy, which is a maternity and spa center for mommies to be, and also like 3 months after giving birth as well, because we think it's important that you still have that care because your body is changing. So with the Loving My Pregnancy, we're offering maternity massages, yoga classes, arts and craft classes where they'll be able to come in and do a mural. They'll paint a mural for the baby's nursery. They'll be able to do belly casting and belly casting painting, some crocheting and knitting. So trying to bring back some old school stuff as well. So, but some fun things to get mommies in the community to come and meet one another and be able to share their experience while being pregnant with other mommies, and maybe make a friend that if once they give birth, they'll have somebody that can come and watch their little one while they run out to the store or whatever. So it's a great way for the moms in the community to get to know one another as well. We're also offering maternity pictures, portraits for her and daddy, and newborn portraits as well. And then the educational side of it is we will have a breastfeeding and lactate consultant come in to help you. If you're having trouble in that area, you'll be able to come and speak to a specialist. We'll have parenting classes because that's very important because you want to learn how to be the best parent from the get-go. So we're going to have some workshops on that as well. We also offer gender reveal parties and baby showers for mommies to come and bring their friends here and family. And we also have a prayer room, which is very important, I think, that mommies are allowed to come and be in a safe place where we can pray for their babies and for the delivery.
It sounds like it is simply a beehive of activity with regard to services that you provide. How about if you share with the audience, I read about, is it a 4-dimensional view of the baby? Is that what I read?
Yes, that is correct. So there's the 2-dimensional, which is what most people are used to of having in the doctor's office or the hospital, and that's where you see the baby in two dimensions. The 3D is where you're actually able to see what the baby looks like, and the 4D is motion or real time. So as you're watching the baby move, that's the 4th dimension. So it's movement. So ultrasound is probably one of the safest tests that you can have done while you're pregnant.
What better way to be able to connect with your family than to be able to see your baby long before it's actually here in the world, and to be able to share that with the other people that you love. I really appreciate everything that Kayla's doing and her expertise and the way that she delivers that product and that service in such a first-class way with all of the other additional health information and the information that people really need that you don't find too many places. East Brunswick is the only community in this area to be able to offer a service like this. Our town has always been a leader in so many different areas, especially when it comes to health and wellness. And I'm very happy that Kayla decided to locate here and that our community has this type of service and it's so close and easily accessible to all of the residents in town.
So we're open 7 days a week. Our busiest times are the evenings and the weekends because nobody wants to take off from work, so we accommodate the whole family then. Our hours are by appointment only, so you would either have to call our office or you can go to the website, which is viewamiracle.com. You can schedule an appointment right online anytime during the day, night. Mommies wake up during the night and they want to make their appointment, they can do it right then. So it works out great for them. It's very convenient and easy for them. And if we don't have an appointment that works for them, we'll be happy to try to accommodate them.
So I'm here with Kayla Gibson and Dr. Ken Friedman, and I'm Kevin McAvoy doing another business spotlight, and hope to see you here real soon.
Today we had Atka and the Amazing Eskie, which is a dog trick team of American Eskimo dogs, 3 American Eskimo dogs with Atka and Caillou and Nuka. And we did a bunch of different tricks today that were interactive with the audience. So some of them required the audience's help in pretending to be soldiers, military soldiers, so that Atka could salute upon the military command of present arms. And then he also wowed them with jumping through hoops held by me, but then also held by the audience members, people he has never met before. And the kids absolutely love being able to help out, volunteer, and really interact with the show. And not only did he jump through hoops that they were holding, sometimes he even jumped through no hoops, but arm hoops that they made with their own arms. So the kids today were able to have a dog jump through their arms, which I don't think they were expecting at all. That's Atka. And we also have Caillou here. Atka is our senior dog, the star of the show, but he is a senior. He's going to be 13 in March. So we have Caillou here, who is the youngest dog of the trio, and he's going to take over the show once we retire Atka in a couple of years. So instead of jumping through just hoops for Caillou, we had him jump over people on their hands and knees, which is another thing that kids really loved being able to participate in. And then at the end of the show, not everybody gets a chance to be able to come up and help out with shows. So at the end of the show, we invite every single person, young and old alike, to come up and take photos with the dogs. So this show is not just about being able to sit back and watch something like it's on TV or at a circus where they just kind of have to sit in their seats. The kids are actually able to come up and interact with them and then be able to touch and pet them and take photos with them afterwards. So it's a really memorable experience for everyone. Some of the best parts of the show are really not how Atka or Caillou or Nuka may perform a trick precisely or exactly the way they're supposed to perform it. The best parts of the show are actually the audience reactions. And sometimes even when the dogs are goofing around a little bit and you hear the people and the kids laughing like crazy, or when one of the dogs comes over to them and gives them a little lick in their ear and how much they adore that and love that, that really fuels all the reasons why we want to continue doing this and just sharing our dogs and the joy that they're able to bring with the world, really. Okay, go ahead and open it up. Good! time? Yes? Okay, so Ms. Lister, when we first got Nuka 9 years ago, she was terrified of this skateboard. Wouldn't go near it, hated the sound of it, the sight of it, the smell of it. So we had a choice. We could either feel sorry for her and her fear of the skateboard, or we could have her conquer her fear of the skateboard by conquering the skateboard itself. That's a pretty good lesson to learn, right, kids? Right. So, we are going to have Miss Nuka skateboard. I'm going to try to do it down here. Come here, Nuka. No? You want to stay up there? Okay. We're going to have Miss Nuka skateboard from one side of the room to the other, because now she is no longer afraid of this big, bad skateboard. She knows that she gets treats every single time she gets on it. You ready? Up, up. Good girl. How about a nice round of applause? So if anybody would like to keep on following us and see what we're up to, just feel free to join us on Facebook. That's where we post most of our things, but we're also on all the other social media pages on Twitter and Instagram and on YouTube. So if you just Google Atka, the amazing Eskie, you'll find him everywhere.
Welcome to our Town Talks, an open dialogue with teens, parents, and community leaders about substance abuse and crime prevention. And I too would like to extend our thanks to the East Brunswick Alliance and the East Brunswick Education Association for organizing tonight's conversations.
Tonight we're having an event that we're calling the Town Talks, where we're bringing in different community leaders, such as the Chief of Police, the Community Policing Officer, a local physician. I will be speaking as well, and John Regan, who is a peer recovery specialist. And we're all local from East Brunswick, and we're all going to just be speaking about drug prevention education that we provide here in East Brunswick in many different ways, in the community and in the schools. We kind of partner together to make sure that everybody gets covered as well as possible.
Our program tonight, or the part that I'm going to speak of, is going to be about the opiate addiction outreach initiative that the East Brunswick Police Department has currently been running since January. We launched in January of 2016. Our outreach program basically it's changing policing philosophy across pretty much the nation. It really started out of Massachusetts. The trend is really hitting, especially in the Northeast. New Jersey, we were one of the first agencies to launch this outreach initiative. And we launched this outreach initiative because we know that the need is there. Traditionally, law enforcement had more of an arrest prosecution type mentality, but we're knowing and we're recognizing that that is not the only thing that we can do. We need to do a little bit more. So law enforcement, like ourselves, are developing model policies for outreach to reach out to people with addiction problems within their communities and try and get them some kind of placement through treatment. We will follow up on noted calls in our overdoses in our township. We will also derive calls or contacts through officer referral. Or we can also look at some of our repeat offenders, if they've had numerous arrests for possession of alcohol or possession of drugs or whatever the issue is, and we note that there's a potential addiction there, we can reach out to them and try and work with our partners and try and get them into some kind of treatment and recovery. So this way it kind of helps the community at the same time. It's not a known or an obvious thing sometimes the crime that occurs in the township is derived from people that have addiction problems. Not everybody. So in an end, by helping them, we're helping everybody. And the most important part, obviously, is that potentially we're saving a life.
I'm a person in long-term recovery, and what that means is I choose to live a healthy lifestyle, which is spiritual, mental, physical with diet and exercise. I take care of my family and reconnected with my family. I choose a career that I love doing. I love helping other people who are struggling with addiction. And also I give back to my community. That's what a person in long-term recovery does. In New Jersey, 900 families lost a loved one last year for prescription drugs, the painkiller, the opiate only. That's quite a bit of families. I just wanted to let everyone know, especially parents, that there's 3 words that I hear all the time, and with someone that's addicted, is not my child. I hear that all the time. they had no idea that their child was using prescription drugs or that they were using heroin. They had no idea. The person who is addicted cannot survive without your help. You're prolonging the addiction and possibly contributing to the death of your loved one. Like I said, every 19 minutes somebody dies. And by you enabling the situation, you could be contributing in the death of your loved one. You cannot make them quit. What you can do is pressure them into treatment. We do it all the time, use leverage. Being homeless or treatment works a lot. If you're in jail or treatment, that works a lot. You can manipulate them into treatment, but you can't force them to get clean and sober. They have to do that on their own.
My name is I'm Cohen. I'm the computer science teacher over at East Brunswick High School, and I have a podcast called In 30.
My name is Harry Marks, and I'm the host of Covered. I actually got into podcasting around the same time as Haim. We co-hosted the same podcast together, and I was a big fan of certain tech podcasts and thought I could add my voice to the mix, and so we got in touch with another friend of ours, and we decided to start our own show.
People said I talk a lot, so I found a way to release that talkative nature, but we decided to limit it to 30 minutes a week.
You also want to share information. Maybe you are extremely knowledgeable in something like security, and you want to share that with people because we live in dangerous, strange times right now. Or you are extremely knowledgeable about writing or building a website or anything like that. So podcasting gives you a way to build an audience and share something you know with those people.
I mean, I keep on telling my wife's an attorney, and I keep on saying, your firm should start something that, very basic information, I got a parking ticket, what to do. Because that happens after the fact. So they have like a legal resource of I got a parking ticket, what do I do? Or I'm filing bankruptcy, or I'm filing divorce, or I'm filing this. And remember, it doesn't go away. The podcast stays. It stays on your website. It stays on these services. So it doesn't necessarily have to be topical today, but if you can do something and you can do something that traverses the years, you can have this library of information that they can get, and people can find it and listen to it and go and do other things. But at least it's there.
Like we said before, there's serial, there's lore. You construct these narratives. Radiolab is another big one. Although that started out as a radio show, This American Life. You want to share your story, you want to share someone else's. There are a lot of true crime podcasts out there now that will take a case, especially something unknown from a Midwestern state that maybe flew under the radar, and they'll go and they'll investigate it, they'll talk to people involved in it, the police, the victims' families, and they will stitch that together and put that out as a podcast. And it's something really, really popular right now, especially with the huge success of Serial. These small true crime podcasts are really taking off. Should you edit? That's your choice. There are a lot of shows where there's the most minimal amount of editing. They throw on an intro song, an outro song, and they put it up on the website after this episode is recorded.
That's what I do. We do a little more than that. Each person, so when we first started,
I was doing all the editing.
You were doing all the editing. Harry made me my intro and outro song that we still use. But we would go on YouTube, or Skype, and we would just download everything and throw the intro song, throw the outro song, and put it on.
Yeah.
And then we started, why don't we each record our own pieces? And that's what I do now, and I just stitch them together. And I don't know, Tom and I are really good at hitting record at the exact same time. I mean, very rarely do I have to do anything. Put the intro song, put the outro song, and the quality went way up. But there's still lots of background noise that you hear because one person's talking or not talking, or somebody's phone rang that I didn't get, or we don't have colorful language on our show, but sometimes when you get a guest on, there's colorful language that we like to edit out, and then that means somebody has to sit there, and it's a linear process. So if you have a 2-hour show, you have to go through that 2 hours and do the whole thing. There's no one button that says do this.
Yeah.
Just start, you'll get better at it. Our first podcasts were not great, but over the years we honed our skills and learned how to get better audio, better editing techniques, better content, learn how to make a better workflow, and when you put all that together and you start marketing yourself, people will listen.
Podcasting is, for all intents and purposes, a level playing field. It is something you can jump in with an iPhone headset and a webcam, or the most expensive mic in the world and an RSS feed. I mean, you really don't need a whole lot to get started, and you can get your voice out there to 10 people, 100 people, 1 million people, whatever it takes. But it gives you the chance to really make your voice heard.